Happy New Year. Welcome to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, LakinSports.com. Brett Hendricks with you as we start the post-Christmas break portion of the schedule. Tonight, the Lady Bronx in action against the Lady Bulldogs of Syracuse. Our second game will be the Bronx and Bulldogs in our nightcap starting at 7:30. The Lady Bronx come in 3-2 after a big win over Stanton County just before the Christmas break. And they come in once again 3-2. The Lady Bulldogs come in 1-5. They lost a heartbreaker to Elkhart just before Christmas, losing 36-35. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year. Now it's time to get back to work here in 2023. Lady Bronx on the floor warming up as we speak, getting set for this High Plains League battle. Bronx and Lady Bronx will be on the road next Tuesday at Holcomb. And then after that, it'll be off to the High Plains League tournament week the following week. So pretty light to get back started after the break, but then it's going to get hot and heavy starting with the league tournament here in 2 weeks. Look at some starting lineups. We'll start with Syracuse, 1-5 under head coach Kendra Filer. Wearing number 2, a 5'1 sophomore Emily Pena-Montes. Wearing number 3, a 5'5 freshman Kimber Tomachek. Wearing number 4, a 5'8 senior Ashlyn Finley. Wearing number 11, a 5'5 senior Yaya Marino. And wearing number 24, a 5'8 junior Alex Householder. Lady Bulldogs come in averaging 48.7 points per game. For the Lakin Lady Bronx, 3-2 on the season under second-year head coach J.C. Holloway. The assistant coaches Kurt Leader and Holly Myers. They start this their regular way. Wearing number 5, a 5'6 senior, averaging just under 3 points per game and a rebound and a half per game, Sarah Wright. Wearing number 10, a 5'10 junior, averaging just over 8.5 points per game and pulling down 8 rebounds per game, Sammy Vogel. Wearing number 20, a 5'3 senior, averaging just under 8 points per contest, Tegan Bachman. Tegan also pulling down 2 rebounds per game. Wearing number 24, a 5'10 junior, 8.5 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, Jared Davidson. And back in the starting lineup after missing the Stanton County game before Christmas, Brooke Groth, a 5'11 senior, averaging just over 5 points per game and 2 rebounds per game. Lady Bronx come in averaging 47.2 points per game. They shoot 36% from the field, grab 31 rebounds per game. They shoot 51% from the free throw line. Lady Bronx back into the locker room for some final preparations before they come back out to battle the Lady Bulldogs. We're going to take a timeout. We've got a lot of great sponsors that make Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube possible, and we would love to ask you a favor and do thank all of these sponsors when you see them or when you visit their business. Thank them. We can't thank them enough, but thank them for what they do to make Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube possible. In our 16th year of broadcasting Lakin High School basketball. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back.
Home improvements that have had to wait. The dream vacation your family deserves. Even college tuition. Garden City State Bank can help you make it all happen now, not someday. With a home equity line of credit, you can borrow up to 90% of the value of your home, and the interest may be tax deductible. Plus, there are no closing costs, no application fees, and no annual fees. A fast, easy, convenient home equity line of credit from Garden City State Bank, a branch of the Kearney County Bank. Subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Socks at Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin. Fantastic burgers, Coney and Chicago hot dogs, Philly, steak, BLT, and chicken sandwiches, along with ice cream treats like the traditional banana split, sundaes, shakes, malts, and cones. Dine in or carry out. Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Socks at the one and only fantastic Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin. It's time to get involved with the Lakin Recreation Commission, 702 North Campbell in Lakin. The Lakin Rec Commission with the Wellness Center, aerobics, adult programs, youth programs, sewing, and more. For more information about all the great activities of the Lakin Rec Commission, call 620-355-7039. The Lakin Recreation Commission, providing recreational opportunities to enhance the quality of life for the people of the community by promoting social interaction and the productive use of leisure time.
Welcome back to Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Brett Hendricks along with you here as we get set for the Lakin Lady Bronx and the Lady Bulldogs of Syracuse. The Lady Bronx have won the last two contests between these two teams. Looking to make it 3 straight here tonight. Lady Bronx with a 32-point win over Stanton County just before the Christmas break. First of 2 games on the schedule tonight. Of course, as always, ladies first. And we'll follow up with the Bronx and Bulldogs in our nightcap. Brackets for the upcoming High Plains League tournament have not come out yet. They will be decided on either next Tuesday night or Wednesday. I know the league meetings are in Garden City. And they'll set the brackets up. Right at 2 minutes before we tip things off here at the Lakin Middle School gym. And as always, we're joined by Jared, my son, tonight with the broadcast. And Jared, as a player, and of course Lakin had 2 big wins before going to the break, but as a player, coming out of a break, did you ever, what was it like? Did you ever feel like, hey, let's get this break over and get playing games, or was it that big a deal to take a break and come back?
I mean, personally, I don't think with the team that we had and the kind of culture and what we're all about, I mean, we had break, but we're all still getting in the gym. We're all still trying to find a way to stay in that groove throughout break. And mentally and physically. I mean, we just try to keep our head in basketball because we all love basketball so much. So I don't think there was ever really a miscommunication or anything whenever we got back. It's like we never really left and picked it right back up.
Yeah, I don't know. At times it always seems to me like, and just going with the Lady Bronx with a 32-point win right before Christmas, now we got to break it off for 3 weeks. It's like, man, you hate to do that, because his team was gelling, starting to, make things happen. But I guess, all teams have to do it. Win, lose, or draw. All teams have to, go through that break and stuff. So I guess we'll see how the Lady Bronx handle it in the Bronx in the nightcap tonight. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to turn it over to the public address announcer, Kevin Thompson, for the introduction of our starting lineup.
Syracuse, a 5'1" sophomore, number 2, Emily Pena. For your Bronx, a 5'6" senior, number 5, Sarah Wright. For Syracuse, a 5'5" freshman, number 3, Kimber Tomachek. For the Bronx, a 5'10" junior, number 10, Samantha Vogel. Starting for the Bulldogs, a 5'8" senior, number 4, Ashlyn Finlay. Starting for Lakin, a 5'3" senior, number 20, Tegan Bachman. For Syracuse, a 5'5" junior, number 11, Yaya Moreno. For the Lakin Bronx, a 5'10" junior, number 24, Jared Davidson. And for Syracuse, a 5'8" junior, number 24, Alex Householder. And for the Bronx, a 5'11" senior, number 30, Brooke Groff. Head coach for Syracuse, Kendra Filer, assisted by Amy Norton and Casey Fidley. Head coach for Lakin, J.C. Holloway, assisted Kurt Leader and Holly Myers.
Starting lineups have been introduced. We're about set to tip it off here at the Lakin Middle School Gym. The Lady Bronx and Lady Bulldogs in High Plains League basketball action. Brett Hendricks along with Jared. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Lady Bronx in the home white uniforms, purple letters and numbers trimmed in gold. Syracuse in the road black uniforms, white letters and numbers trimmed in orange. Lady Bronx will be going from our left to our right in our first half. And want to thank Gage DeHone on our camera tonight. In the tip, controlled by Lakin. Quickly, Davidson gets the roll, and the Lady Bronx are on the board. Davidson on the season averages 8.5 points per game. Lady Bronx with full court pressure, foul on the drive. That'll go against Brooke Groff, and that'll send Kimber Tomacek to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Lady Bronx coming out in full court pressure after make, but they didn't get back on defense quick enough. Free throw off the mark. Second opportunity upcoming for Kimber. Kimber, a 5'5" freshman. Second free throw up, in and out, won't go. Vogel with the rebound, outlet to Sarah Wright. Sarah in double figures in that win before Christmas with 10 points. Sammy catch and shoot from the free throw line, off the back iron, won't go, and we've got a tie up on the rebound. Arrow points to Syracuse. Bounce pass intended for Tegan, picked off by the Lady Bulldogs going the other way. Tomacek from the corner gives it up to Finley. They work it up top to Marino, now near side, Pena Montez. Lady Bronx in a 1-3-1 defense. Householder from the low block, kicks it back out on the wing. 3 from the right side is short by Tomacek. Rebound to Davidson, outlet to Sarah. Syracuse in a 2-3 zone. Davidson from the left wing, 3, got it. Jared Davidson with all 5 Lady Bronx points to start this contest. Pena Montez up top to Yaya Marino. Dribbles to the right side, gives it up to Tomacek. Tomacek fires from 3 right side. Off the mark, too strong, but Tomacek gains the rebound. Head fake, Pena Montez takes it in the paint, works it right wing. Pena Montez from the corner 3, that's too strong. And Lakin battling for the rebound. Comes off to Jared Davidson. He got you.
What do you mean got me? No, he didn't get me at all.
Oh, some of Jared's middle schoolers were harassing him from his middle school team, so.
As soon as I saw him sit down, I wasn't giving him any attention.
Inlet to Brooke off the glass. She hits it and will go to the line. Now right there, I like that inbound, that inlet pass. They saw Brooke right on the low block and got the ball to her right away. Foul is on Alex Householder. That's her first. Into the lineup for Syracuse is Tatiana De Lira Esparza. Brooke rattles the free throw home. And just like that, the Lady Broncs are on top 8-0 to start this contest. On the right wing, Marino walked with it, and it goes back to the Lady Broncs. 5:20 to go, opening period. Lakin opening on an 8-0 run. Kinsey Lohman Fuller into the lineup for Lakin. Let's see if maybe they can work Sammy into that low block. From the right wing, Sarah's three, short off the front of the rim. Rebound comes off to Tomacek, and she'll let the traffic clear. Imagine they're going to watch Brooke Groth. She missed the game with Stanton County due to a knee injury, and she got a big brace on her knee, so I imagine they're going to watch her and probably work her minutes sparingly. But she got 3 points before she headed to the bench. Tegan near side, back to Sarah as they play catch outside the arc. Lob, Sammy steps back, too strong. Kinsey with the rebound, turnaround. Her shot's blocked by Tomacek. Tomacek has the loose ball. Gives it up to Finley, dribbles right side. Pena from the corner, they work it back up top. Esparza from the left wing. And a steal by Sammy. Gives it up to Kinsey, and the Lady Broncs take it the other way. 4 minutes to go, opening quarter. Jarrah off the left wing, up top to Tegan. Back to Jarrah. Sammy. One dribble off the glass, rattles it home. Had to worry about Jarrah pulling up with a shot, but nice job of seeing Sammy in the post, excuse me. And the Lady Broncs up 10-0, and we've got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. We've got a lot of great sponsors that we want you to hear from. 3:40 to go in the first. All Lady Broncs. We'll be back after this. At Lakin Drug, their mission is simple. They strive to provide professional pharmacy services with hometown hospitality. Lakin Drug's experienced staff leads with compassion and utilizes modern technology to fit all of your individual needs. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Lakin Drug has the answer to all of your questions. Lakin Drug at 610 O'Loughlin Street in Lakin is a proud supporter of the community of Lakin and Lakin schools. .340 remaining in the first quarter. Lady Broncs jumping out to a 10-0 lead. Brett Hendricks along with Jared. Glad you're with us for Lady Broncs basketball. Reagan Shavir checking into the lineup for Lakin, along with Anne-Sophie Vandernap. And Sophie will have to come back out. She still has her earrings in, so those have to come out. So Erin Urie into the lineup for Lakin now. Lady Broncs with pressure on the inbounds. Finley drives from the right side. Cross paint pass, and the foul will go against Sammy. Delira Esparza with the drive from the left side. Vogel will send her to the line to shoot two. First foul on Sammy. Free throw too strong off the iron. And second opportunity upcoming here. And that one's too strong off the back as well. Battle for the rebound, and they're going to say last touched by Syracuse. I want to thank Gage DeHone on our camera tonight. has done a great job for us all season long. Did a great job for us during the football season as well. Still a 2-3 zone by Syracuse. Pass near side. Tegan with the 3. That's off the front of the rim. Ball should stay with Lakin, and it does. Alex Householder back into the lineup for Syracuse. Off the inbounds left side, Tegan short off the rim. Aaron with the rebound, bounce pass. Did they call a kick?
Yep.
Okay. So Reagan switches sides on the paint to inbounds. In the paint, Kinsey off the mark. Sammy sliding out of bounds, saves it back into Reagan, and the Lady Broncs put it back in motion. Good hustle that time by Vogel. Long cross-court pass. Yuri with a toe on the stripe. Too strong, and they're going to say last touch by Yaya Moreno, and Lakin will keep the possession. Now and Sophie Vandernap into the lineup for Lakin. Lakin with the inbounds. Kinsey gets free in the paint, can't hit the easy one, and the rebound comes off to Ashlyn Finley. That trip down the floor, Lakin missed a couple of opportunities in the paint. Pena Montez dribbles right side, and she walked with it. Taking across the timeline, works it left side to Aaron. Up top, now near side Reagan. Cross-court pass. Aaron hits the layup from the left side. I like the passing that time Lakin did on that trip.
It's the only way to beat a zone, is move the ball.
Maybe a couple of them were dangerous through the middle of the zone, but they got away with it, but just kept the defense moving. Foul out front will go against Reagan Shavira. That is her first. Third team foul. Lady Bulldogs to inbound. Over a minute and a half to go in this first quarter. It's been all Lady Broncs, leading it 12-0. Alex Householder with the basket. Lob underneath, Kinsey. Too far underneath, can't hit the shot. And on the rebound, last touch by Syracuse, it'll stay with Lakin. Aaron with the inbounds. Gets it to Tegan on the left wing. Reverses the dribble. Now double teamed. And it's stolen away by Tomacek. Tomacek up the floor. Will hit the layup. Left side Reagan. Up top to Ann Sophie. Aaron, top of the key, 3, that's too strong. And the rebound comes off to Marino. She'll take it up the floor herself. Now long pass up the floor to Pena Montez. Montez takes his baseline. Off the feet of Householder. And last touch by Pena Montez, and it goes back to Lakin. Brooke Groff back into the lineup for the Lady Broncs. Lakin basketball, under 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Lady Broncs work it around the arc. Now Reagan lost the handle, and Sophie tried to grab it. She lost it off her fingertips. It'll go back to Syracuse with 17.6 seconds to go. Lady Broncs with pressure in the backcourt. Tomacek across the timeline. Lob underneath off the fingertips of Householder into the hands of Finley. Finley, a wild shot. It's short. Reagan with the rebound. That's going to do it for our first quarter. Lady Bronx jumped out to a 12-0 lead. Syracuse snapping that with 4 of their own. And the Lady Bronx will lead it 12-4 after the first 8 minutes. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the second quarter right here on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube, lakinsports.com. Thanks for joining us.
Refinance your auto loan at Golden Plains Credit Union. You could lower your current auto loan rate by 2% with no payments for up to 90 days. Rates can be as low as 3.25% annual percentage rate. This offer applies to loans financed from another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
Lady Bronx led by 12 early in the first quarter. They lead it by 8 at the end of the first 8 minutes. Brett and Jared with you. Thanks for joining us here tonight for Lakin Lady Bronx basketball. 3 big wins for the middle school teams last night, Jared.
Yes, sir. Great way to come off a break.
And the middle school girls, they won their games as well. Great night overall for Lakin Middle School basketball last night. Tell you what, you guys are about 3 weeks left in your season already.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
Actually, maybe just a hair under a month. Davidson, 3 from the top of the key. Bounces around, won't go. Brooke with the rebound. And Lakin will set it back up. Pass left side over the fingertips of Reagan Shabira. And it goes to Syracuse. Into the lineup during that quarter break. Davidson and Sarah Wright back into the lineup. Finley off the far sideline. Householder with the inbounds back to Finley. Finley loses the handle out of bounds, and he'll come back to Lakin. Good defense by Sarah Wright along that far side. Syracuse now playing a man-to-man after they played a 1-3-1 early. That's short off the front of the rim. Davidson with the rebound. Put back short off the front as well. Battle for it on the baseline. Last touch by Reagan. And it'll go to Syracuse. Kind of safe to say Lakin doesn't have their game legs because a lot of their shots are right off the front of the rim so far. Inbounds denied by Sammy. Syracuse will just switch sides of the lane and try it again. Lakin with full court pressure. Tomacek with it back to Marino. Just did get it across. Tomacek with the 3 from the right side, hits it. Tomacek with 5 points for the Lady Bulldogs. Lakin scored the first 12. Syracuse coming back with 7 straight of their own. Sammy at the free throw line to Davidson. Davidson looking to drive. Long cross-court pass to Sarah. Sarah lob. And it's picked off by Marino. She'll give it up to Finley, who takes it up the far side. Pena Montez on the right wing, back to Finley. Lakin in a 2-3 zone. Actually, no, they're in a man. Finley stops just inside the free throw line. Too strong off the glass. And Reagan will lose control of that rebound, and it'll stay with Syracuse. Delira Esparza back in the lineup for Syracuse. In the lineup for the Lady Bronx is Tegan Bachman. The original starting 5 on the floor for Lakin. Long inbounds out front to Tomacek. Dribbles near side, has it on the elbow, hands it off to Finley. Excuse me, that was Finley off the right wing there. Marino stops and hits it from 16. Bounce pass, last touched by Syracuse. Lakin will inbound on their baseline. Out front to Davidson. Over to Sarah in the corner. Pass Brooke off the glass, got it. Brooke with 5. Brooke did a great job to keep that defender on the outside hip, and as soon as she got that ball coming to her, was able to screen her away and hit the easy layup. 2 great post moves so far tonight for Brooke Groff. Right there, I'd lob it again. There's the lob, off the glass. Oh, too strong. Sarah with the rebound. She'll set it back outside. Tegan with the 3. It's short, and the rebound comes off to Moreno. Moreno stepped through the double team, missed the shot, and Esparza with the rebound stepped on the inline. Householder back in the lineup for Syracuse, and into the lineup is Denise Alcantar. Under 5 minutes to play, first half. Lady Bronx lead it by 5. If you're just joining us, Lady Bronx scored the first 12 in the contest, and an offensive foul called on Sammy Vogel. And it'll go back over to Syracuse. Jordan McCombs into the lineup for Lakin. McCombs, a 5'3" freshman, averaging just under 2.5 points per game. Finley races through the press and turned it over, carrying the basketball. So it goes back to the Lady Bronx. Kinsey also back into the lineup for Lakin. Underneath, Davidson hits it over Pena Montez. Jared Davidson leading the way with 7. That's something we saw against Stanton County when Brooke was out, that they moved Jared down to the post. Honestly, there's not a lot of girls that I think can stay with Jared if she'll play that low post position.
Yeah, 100% agree.
McCombs on the baseline, lost the handle, but right to Kinsey, missed the shot, and the rebound comes off to Finley. Moreno dribbles right side, gives it up to Pena Montez in the corner. Up top, Ashlyn Finley on the drive. Kinsley got a piece of it, but Householder there with the offensive putback. Kinsey dribbled from the post, out to McCombs from 17, rattles in and out, won't go. Kinsey running down the rebound, gets it out to Tegan. Tegan off the dribble, she's fouled. And that foul will go against Yaya Moreno. That's her first, team's second.
It's her first, team's second. Checks in for Syracuse.
3 minutes to play first half. Lady Bronx with the basketball and a 5-point lead. Sarah lob denied by Tomacek. And a double dribble called on Tomacek. It'll go right back to Lakin. Good idea, but you're just going to have to get that a little bit more air under it for Kinsey to go up and get that basketball. Tomacek did a good job denying that pass. So Lakin basketball. Kinsey up top on the near wing to Tegan. Aaron Urey back in the lineup for the Lady Bronx as well. McCombs dribbled off the defender, layup too strong. Kinsey with the putback, finally got one to go. Kinsey, a lot of opportunities. Finally got one to fall for there. Syracuse no trouble with the Lakin pressure. Tomacek from 16, it's off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Oh, Davidson and McCombs both battling for it, and they both lose out. Stays with Syracuse, just over 2 minutes to go in the half. Tomacek gives it up to Finley, looks to drive right side. Pena Montez off the right side, gives it up to Marino. Marino, layup from the left side, good. Lady Bronx on defense just gave up on the dribble on that one. Up top, Davidson. Over to Tegan, now to Kinsey. Kinsey off the mark. Marino with the rebound. Marino drives. And they're going to count the basket.
Didn't he wave it off? When he called it, it looked like he waved it.
Well, no, it was on the floor.
Okay. I thought he waved it.
Well, just kind of the way he pointed, I wasn't sure. So he was actually indicating on the floor. Off the miss, rebound knocked away by Urey. And Syracuse will keep the possession. Timeout called by Syracuse, a 30-second one. We'll keep it right here. 1:21 to go first half. Syracuse basketball, Lakin with the 5-point lead. Yeah, I knew the foul was going to be right there, but that would have been interesting to give that continuation and counts that basket. At the half, we'll talk to Bronx head coach Nate Schmidt. Bronx with a 3-point win over Stanton County just before the Christmas break. Bronx are 2-3 on the season. Syracuse to inbound on their baseline. Marino with the honors. Good defense by Lakin. They just did beat the 5-second count. Finley from the right side steps in, off the glass, got it to go. Went through a lot of hands to get that basketball up. Kinsey got wide open underneath and lays it up and in. Good court vision that time for Lakin. Back up by 5, under a minute to go. Lakin now in a 3-2 zone. Marino with the ball fake. Good defense by McCombs to cut off the drive. And Syracuse will pull it back out and reset the offense. 3-2 zone by the Lady Bronx. And a steal by Urey. Has it knocked away, and it'll stay with Lakin. Good anticipation on the pass there by Aaron. Reagan in the lineup for Lakin. 19.7 seconds to go. Tegan walks it up. The Lady Bronx will hold it for one shot. We're down to 10 seconds to go in the half. Up top to Reagan. Bounce pass. Davidson turns too strong. Kinsey with the rebound. Throws it back out on the wing. Just got it off, and it's not going to go. Lady Bronx with a lot of opportunities in the paint in that second quarter. They have got to clean that up. They could be up double figures easily if they could get those shots to fall in the paint. When we go to the break, the Lady Bronx on top of Syracuse by the score of 20-15. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the halftime numbers for you, and we'll talk to Coach Schmidt right after this.
Refinance your auto loan at Golden Plains Credit Union. You could lower your current auto loan rate by 2% with no payments for up to 90 days. Rates can be as low as 3.25% annual percentage rate. This offer applies to loans financed from another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
We're at the half. The Lady Broncs leading Syracuse by the score of 20-15. Let's look at the first half numbers. First for Syracuse. Kimber Tomacek leading the way with 5 points. Yaya Marino with 4. Alex Householder with 4. And Ashlyn Finley with 2 points. From the free throw line, Syracuse 0 for 4 in the first half. For the Lady Broncs in the first half, they were led by Jara Davidson with 7. Brooke Groff with 5. Kinsey Loman Fuller off the bench with 4. Erin Urie with 2. And Sammy Vogel with 2. Brooke Roth with the only free throw. She converted an and one in the first quarter. So Lakin with 1 free throw, 1 make, and they are 1 for 1. Our second game tonight, the Broncs, after a big win over Stanton County before the Christmas break, looking to make it 2 in a row. We're now joined by Bronc head coach Nate Schmidt. And Coach, Happy New Year. Welcome back to the gym, huh?
Yeah, same to you.
Thank you.
It's good to be back.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm getting to the point the breaks are kind of nice.
Yeah, you know, I watched a game last night. You know, it used to be like, oh, okay, you got to go spend it. You got a night off, or there's a makeup game. You got to go spend another night in the gym watching the team play. And, you know, I was able to watch the game online. And, you know, it wasn't as good as Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube or anything, but it was pretty convenient, you know. And then you get on, you go back and you watch games, and you're seeing, you know, all the views, and there's 600 and some views and 1,200 views on this one, and you're like,
yep.
You know, like, man, like we got something pretty special here in Brett and all that you guys do. So.
Well, I kind of got a bad thing going years ago by doing this
Yeah.
because it gives people an easy out not to go, I guess. But in your case last night, you know, it was a good chance to scout a team without having to be there.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, the Broncs going into the break and now coming out 2-3 on the season, but a big win to go into the Christmas break. I think a win like that, I always hate to see a break happen when you have a big win, but it's also good for confidence when you go into the break after a good performance.
Yeah, you know, we talk about toughness a lot in our program, you know that, and I thought the boys did an exceptional job of toughing out a win. You know, first of all, you know, we, as everybody, you know, this time of year, I mean, an incredible sickness going around. We had kids out of school, and you know, I hate to say it, but you know, we had some guys that were, you know, they probably shouldn't have been playing, and they were toughing it out and playing, and you know, and then on top of that, you know, you're down 7 with 4.5 to play, and you got a young team, and you know, things have been up and down so far this season. And they stuck together and they gutted one out, and you know, I was really proud. Really proud of them going into break. They did a good job of something to build on, and man, I've been very pleased with them. You know, over break and up until tonight. From that game until tonight, I've been very pleased with our team.
And you talk about having to tough that one out, but this is the type of team this year. You don't have the go-to guy that's going to get you 16, 18, 20 points a night. So this team is going to have to gut it out and do it night in and night out, and they're going to have to really be 5 instead of just 1.
Yeah, and you said the key word is team if we're going to do it. You know, we feel like we've consistently played anywhere from 8 to 10 guys. You know, we've played 10 guys in almost every single game that we've played. And so now we've had some time over break, because you know how it is. You play one game, you got a little bit of prep time, and then you go 2, 3, 4 with no rest, you know, just back to back to back, and then, you know, we had a little bit of a break and we play again. So you don't have a lot of time for adjustment, especially when you have a brand new team and you're playing a ton of new guys. So we've had some time over the break to kind of evaluate, look at stats, you know, look at combinations, and you know, I wouldn't say we're going to shake some things up tonight, but we feel like we have a plan in place to better utilize all 10 guys that we've been playing up until this point, you know, and not only help us tonight, help us this season, but really help us later on down the road.
And that's one of the things watching this team. comes in averaging just over 40 points a game, you're looking as a coach now, you got to find that 5 that's going to put points on the board.
Well, we've got to score more than 40 points, Brett, if we're going to be taken seriously. And if we've had something to hang our hat on this year, it's been our defense until the shot's gone up. We've got to get better on the glass, defensive rebounding. But, we started these guys learning our press when they were in the 5th, 6th grade, and that's paying off a little bit for us right now. We've always played a fast style, but it's always started with our press. And you go back and you watch previous years, and we've had a lot of guys that could score the ball really well, but we were just applying a lot of pressure defensively. These guys are as disciplined as we've been in our press, and now if we can put a few more scores on the floor and really get things going offensively, this group has a chance to be very, very dangerous. It might be tonight, it might be a month from now, it might be 2 years from now, but this group is, for the most part, going to remain the same for quite some time.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, with, like you said, defense in past years has always produced a lot of points. But this team, compared to years past, it seemed like before Christmas they're still learning. They're still learning to play with each other. This game has to be just a reaction game. If you think about what you're going to do, you're already a step behind. So once these guys get it where it's automatic, I think that's where you're going to see the improvements.
Yeah, we break our season down into quarters. We finished our first quarter. We're starting our second quarter. We started at practice, but officially it starts tonight. But, we gave ourselves a C+ for the first quarter, with where we are. And that's where most teams should be, unless you have a veteran team that's got a ton of experience. So, we have to build on that. But, when we come out of the league tournament, that ends our second quarter, and we told the guys, we've got to be at a B. We've got to be at a B+. We've got to be working towards being at our best, come late February, early March, for the fourth quarter of our season. And, we talk about improvement and getting better and growth. And, that's what you're after when you're dealing with the youth. Is you're just looking for growth, and I think you're going to continue to see that out of these kids, and we're already seeing it from our last game to now, so we're hopeful we can have that on display tonight.
Your opponent tonight is a team that the Broncs have won 15 straight over, but a Syracuse team that comes in 6-1, and I'm not one of those that watches a lot of film, but I say 6. They come in 4-2. Excuse me. But during the Border War, Syracuse beat a very tough McClave, Colorado team. So McClave probably graduated a lot off of their state championship team from a year ago. But Syracuse is a very athletic team that'll get up and down the floor with you.
Yeah, this is probably one of the better teams they've had in quite some time. Kyler Keller is probably the most experienced player in the entire league. He started since he's a freshman. He's played in a lot of big games. And, yes, they have a nice win over McClave, which is a very solid small school team. We feel like where we have and maybe not necessarily an advantage, but we feel if we were to have played this same schedule as them, we feel like maybe we'd have a similar record. Where we feel like we have the advantage is, we've played Goodland, we've played McCook, we've played Norton, we've played, some solid, competitive, very, very good, large 3A schools, and there's something to be said about that. There's a difference between, playing an HPL school or a small school and a GWAC school. There's just a difference in physicality and athleticism, and we feel like that's what's always prepared us for success in our league.
And you're exactly right. There's a lot of difference between a McCook, Nebraska team or a small 1A school in Colorado, and that's not knocking them. I mean, they can't help the size of school that they are. But I really agree with you that Lakin, with their pre-Christmas schedule, you want to play those tough teams because, I don't think losing by 40 will make you a tougher team, but if you're competitive in those games, it does make you tougher down the road.
Yeah, and we weren't great in all those games, but we were competitive. For 2 quarters in all of those games, we've been right there. It's just finding a way for these guys to put 4 quarters together, and when they do that, Brett, and they start doing that on a consistent basis, I really truly believe that there's a lot of guys on the court that you're seeing right now have a chance to be one of the best teams or group of guys come through here that we've seen in a while. And that says a lot because we've had some pretty good teams come through here.
We definitely have. Well, Coach, best of luck tonight as
Thank you.
always. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us,
Thank
and
you,
we
Brett.
look forward to talking to you when we're done.
Sounds good.
Underway here in our second half. Syracuse with the possession. Householder missed from the free throw line, and they get the offensive board, and they'll keep the possession. Lady Bronx with the original starting five on the floor. Finley looked to drive on Davidson. Kicks to Pena Montez from the corner. Three off the front of the rim. Finley with the rebound. Looking for the outlet. Back to Pena Montez. Now off the dribble. They'll kick it back out front and reset the offense. On the left wing, Yaya Moreno with the basketball. In the corner, Pena Montez now double teamed. And does find the outlet to Moreno. Out front, Tomacek dribbles off the elbow to Finley. Davidson got a hand on it, altered the shot, but Householder with the offensive rebound for Syracuse. Steal out front by Brooke. Nice anticipation of the pass by Groff, and the Lady Bronx take it the other way. Bachman, cross-court pass, Davidson, three, off the front of the rim, no good. Davidson and Finley both go to the floor fighting for the rebound, and it comes away to Yaya Moreno. Out front, Vogel with the defense. Lakin in a 1-3-1. Kind of interesting to see Sammy playing the point on the defense in this 1-3. Last touch by Davidson. So Syracuse with the inbounds. Out front, Moreno once again. Lakin has switched up defenses tonight. They played a 1-3-1, a 2-3, a 3-2. Ball loose, and they're going to say last touch by Brooke. Winging it by myself right now. Jared in the locker room doing a tape job for him. But so far, able to handle it. Moreno steps through. Pena Montez three from the corner. It bounces around, won't go. Ball out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Tegan. You know, the outside official. They're going to say he's got a foul going against Syracuse. So the outside official reversing that call, and it'll go back to Lakin. The foul will be on Ashlyn Finley. That's her first. And Jared back in with us. Haven't missed anything, Jared. Still 20-15.
Yeah, I see that.
Lakin missed the shot. Tomacek comes off with the rebound. Near corner, Pena Montez back out front. Syracuse now a 5-on-4. Sammy just missed the steal. Rebound to Finley. She lays it up and in. Syracuse back to within three. Up top, Davidson fires from 17. It's too strong, and the rebound comes off to Emily Pena Montez. Brings it up near side, gives it up to Kimber Tomacek. Bounce pass off the elbow, Finley. They work it in the near corner. And a steal. Tegan with it. Off the right side, hits it off the glass. First basket of the night for Tegan Bachman. Bring back memories of your college days when you're back in the training room wrapping ankles.
Yeah, and I think it only took me a minute and a half.
Well,
Got them all good to go.
Well, you are a record holder in taping an ankle.
Say it used to be under a minute.
And I don't know how you do it.
About 52 seconds. Oh, you get the tape that tears good. That's what you do.
Well, you definitely have to do that. It's all I can do to rip tape, and I'm just trying to rip a piece off.
Yeah. They had some little styrofoam pads down there. So those are always helpful.
Oh, uh-huh.
Just in case you miss a spot, there ain't going to be a blister for sure. But I didn't see any holes this time, so it was better than last and good one.
And then when you cut it off, then you tell them to fill it with water, see if it was a good one?
No, you hold it up to the light.
Oh, okay. Sammy, from the low post, backs in and hits it off the glass. Well, you told me one time that you could also put water in it and see if it holds water.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, if you're cutting it down, I mean,
Yeah.
can't really hold it that much. But if you look up to the light, you'll be able to see right through the pre-wrap.
But you also did that after you practiced on me, so.
Yeah.
From the corner, Pena Montez 3 off the back of the rim. Davidson with the rebound. Oh, she stepped on the inline. I was hoping the referee was looking the other way. Not the case. Kinsey and Reagan back into the lineup for Lakin. Tatiana Delaire Esparza into the lineup for Syracuse. Along with, let's see, no, I think that's the only one. Esparza off the inbounds, missed the shot. Sammy with the rebound. She'll give it up to Tegan. Denise Alcantar also into the lineup for Syracuse. Off the miss, Finley with the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Lady Bronx lead it by 7. Finley drive. And Kinsey will be called for the foul. Honestly, that's not a bad foul by Kinsey. On the drive down the paint, I thought Kinsey did a good job to get the hand in there. First foul on Kinsey. At the free throw line is Ashlyn Finley, and that's a air ball. Free throw was short. Second opportunity coming up. Syracuse 0 for 5 so far on the game from the stripe. Lady Bronx with just 1 attempt from the line. Not a lot of fouls called. That one barely touched the front of the rim. Vogel with the rebound and a tie-up. Arrow points to Lakin. Yaya Marino reaching in to tie up Sammy Vogel. Problem that time with Sammy is she had the rebound and she brought it down.
Yep, got to use your height.
Yep, hold that ball up, get that outlet. But Lakin with the possession. Davidson on the left wing, up top to Tegan. They work it around the arc. Now Shavira. Davidson was looking. There's a 3 out front. Tegan in and out, won't go. Davidson with the rebound. And that's knocked away by Finley. I was going to say that Davidson was on that last attempt, was looking for Sammy. Sammy spun away with the post, but she was too far, too quick. 3 from the left side. Reagan Shavir, was that off the glass?
No.
It wasn't? I thought maybe it was off the glass.
If it went off the glass, I don't know how, because she was deep in the corner.
Lakin back out by 10 now. They led by 12 in the first quarter after they scored the game's first 12 points. Rebound to Davidson, up the floor, Reagan. Reagan drives from the right side, high off the glass, won't go, but she is fouled. I think are they going to say after the shot?
I think on the floor.
Yeah,
She got bodied.
It's going to be on Yaya Marino. I'm going to say that's after the shot on the floor, because there really was no contact before she put the shot up. Householder and Tomacek back into the lineup. The foul is on Esparza, her first. Reagan to inbound. Davidson open on the right wing. Now Reagan from the right corner. Bounce pass off the fingertips of Sammy. And into the hands of Kimber Tomacek. Marino left wing. Lakin now in a 2-3 zone. Householder from the free throw line. Bouncing around, won't go. And Tegan comes away with the loose ball. Kinsey might have gotten away with one there. And the only reason I say that, we just had it right in front of us. But hey, I'll admit, I'm a homer. I'll take it. Finley with the ball, brings it up the far side, drives off the glass, too strong. Kinsey with the rebound, and she'll take it up the far side. Up the floor, Sammy, and a foul on the dribble as Sammy goes to the floor. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Marino, and it is. Second foul on Yaya Marino. Sammy sitting up.
She landed on the ball.
Oh, okay.
Probably just got the wind knocked out of her.
Ooh, ow, yeah.
Yeah. Especially just trying to catch your breath.
How could you put the replay out there online? Did you do that?
No idea.
I think it's possible. I just don't know how to do it.
That's something out of my pay grade.
Out of your pay grade?
Yeah.
The money you make?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy's kind of holding her stomach, yeah. But watching when you played that replay, yeah, she bounced off the ball pretty good.
The basketball dribbled her.
Yeah. So Lakin will have it. And Sophie Vandernap into the lineup. Reagan right corner, short off the front of the rim, but Reagan with the offensive rebound, dribbles baseline. And Kinsey's going to be on the end line. And that was one of those deals, whether she had the ball or not, she was laying on the end line. All they had to do was just touch the ball to her, and and that's basically what happened. The ball rolled right at her. She had no way to get out of the way of it. So Syracuse basketball, 35 seconds to go in the quarter. This is a quick third quarter.
Yeah.
Pena Montez, back to Tomacek, back over to Pena Montez. Tomacek drive off the glass, and the rebound comes off to Tegan. Tegan pass up ahead to Reagan, and out of bounds. Will go back to the Lady Bulldogs. 11.7 seconds to go. Pena Montez, 3 seconds. She's way out beyond on the point. Near side and it's stolen by Tegan as the buzzer sounds. Lady Bronx, after 3 quarters, will continue to lead this. After holding Syracuse to just 2 points in that third quarter, they'll lead at 27-17 as we go towards our final 8 minutes. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Lady Bronx basketball on Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
Brett and Jared with you. Thanks for joining us tonight for Lakin Lady Bronx basketball. The first of 2 games on the schedule here. The boys will be in action immediately following. Well, I'll say immediately 20 minutes after the completion of this game. Kinsey, Jara, and Sophie, Tegan, and Reagan on the floor for Lakin as we start our fourth quarter. Syracuse with the basketball. Pena Montez. Oh, that was double dribble. Kimber Tomacek picked it up and then dribbled again. I think that caught the official kind of off guard just like it did me. Karen Oliva Solano into the lineup for Syracuse, her first action tonight. Lakin basketball and a 10-point lead. Near side, Reagan gives it up to Bachman. Bachman from the left side steps in, off the glass, won't go. Kinsey with the rebound and hits the putback. Kinsey with 6 points. Lady Bronx back to the 12-point lead they had in the first quarter. Finley off the elbow. They kick it back outside the arc. Pena Montez, the 3 off the side of the rim. Householder with the rebound. Outlet to Marino. Now to Finley. 3 from the right side is short by Olivia Solano. Long pass up the floor, Davidson. And she lost the handle at the free throw line, and she's going to commit the foul. The steal was by Yaya Moreno, and the foul will go against Jera. That's her first. Brooke Groff back into the lineup for the Lady Bronx. Denise Alcantar in for Syracuse. Marino dribbles near side, hands it off to Finley. Lady Bronx out front on defense, doing a good job. Oh, Davidson just missed the steal. Finley's shot blocked by Kinsey, and the rebound comes off to Reagan Shavira. She'll take the ball up herself. Dish right side to Tegan, back up top. Reagan near side now to Jarrett. We both saw the same thing there in that pass. Brooke hit it, and she'll go back to the line. I thought she might have gotten that too far underneath, but she was able to get it up and in. And a chance at her second three-point play of the night. Foul will go against Alex Householder. That's her second. And that free throw off the mark. Brooke with 7. Yuri into the lineup for the Lady Bronx. Lady Bronx lead it by 14, their biggest lead of the contest. 6 minutes to play. Lady Bronx looking to go 4-2 on the season. And looking to win their third straight over the Lady Bulldogs. Finley, left corner, off the dribble from 6. It's short. And Brooke Roth with the rebound. Tegan out front, looking to drive on Pena Montez. Does. Now skips it to Brooke. Brooke off the glass, won't go, but she's fouled. That'll send Brooke back to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul on Ashlyn Finley, that's her second, team's 5th. Brooke to shoot 2. Brooke on the season, just 4 of 7 coming into the night, a 57% clip. Has missed her last 2. And a second opportunity here. And got that one to fall. Steal out front, a near steal. Aaron couldn't keep it in play, and it'll stay with Syracuse. Sammy Bogle and Jordan McCombs into the lineup for the Lady Bronx. Just over 5 minutes to play. That's pretty good defense.
Yeah, it didn't even move.
No. Yaya Marino, Sammy never moved, just standing right there, and never even budged after the contact. So the foul on Sammy is her 3rd. Finley has it on the near wing, now dribbles up top. 3 from Pena Montez off the glass, and it's out of bounds and it'll go to,
I swear it was off her at the free throw line.
Wow, I didn't think we touched that, but stays with Syracuse. I thought it come off the glass and went out of bounds. Nonetheless, Finley high over Sammy and hits the shot. Ashlyn Finley was 6. Stopped the 12-0 Lady Bronx run. Aaron with it out front. Gives it up to Brooke. Now Jordan on the right wing. Jera, top of the key. 3. In and out, won't go. Rebound comes off to Finley. Finley brings it up herself. Crossover. Layup too strong. Householder too strong on the putback. And the rebound comes off to the Lady Bulldogs. Yaya Marino skips through, hits the layup, and she's fouled. Foul will be on Brooke Groff for first. And we've got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We will take one as well. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Lady Bronc basketball.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Good car.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides.
Oh, classic convertible.
And have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
.420 to play in the ball game. The Lady Broncs on top by 11, 32-21. Brett and Jared with you. At the conclusion of this game, we will, of course, as we always do, sign off of this broadcast. Then we'll open up another one for the boys' game, following 20 minutes after the completion of this one. That'll probably, put us back on the air probably somewhere around 7:30, because this game's still with about 4.5 to go. And we're at almost 7:05. Free throw off the side of the rim, won't go. Sliding on her knees, Pena Montez saved it in for Syracuse. Off the miss, Brooke Groff with the rebound. Taken across the timeline to the elbow, hands it off to Sammy. Missed the shot. Brooke there with the cleanup of the boards, and Brooke in double figures now with 10. Tomacek with the shot. Sammy got a hand on it to block it, and it'll stay with Syracuse with 3:45 to go. Long inbounds out front. Tomacek with the penetration, works it to Yaya Marino on the wing. Marino trying to back into the paint and walk with it. Right there, same thing that Sammy was called with the foul earlier. Wasn't as much contact, but she stood her ground and forced the turnover. Jordan McCombs into the lineup for the Lady Broncs. She was in the last trip down. I just didn't catch it. Taken across the timeline. Lob underneath. Brooke got behind the defender and stolen away by Tomacek. We've got a tie-up. The arrow points to Lakin. Great post pass underneath. It looked to me like there was a little bit of contact that forced Brooke to lose control of the basketball, but Lakin will keep it on the alternating possession. Sarah back to the lineup. Dish to Tegan. From the left side, hit it. Nice assist there by Sarah Wright. Emily Pena Montez with the first foul. Team foul number 6. Tegan's free throw in and out, won't go. And then Syracuse with the rebound. Back to a 15-point lead, matching their biggest of the game. Left side, Marino. Off the front of the rim. And Lakin with the rebound going the other way. Davidson up the floor, layup short. And the rebound comes off to Ashlyn Finley, who brings it up the near side. It's a 3-on-2. Dish left side, Marino with the drive. Kicks it out on the wing. Finley to Pena Montez. Good seal off that time by Sarah Wright. Finley in the paint. Near corner, Tomacek steps in. And that foul's going to go against Kinsey. Second foul on Kinsey, sending Tomacek to the line to shoot 2. Too strong off back iron. Denise Alcantar Into the lineup for Syracuse. 2:33 to play. Lady Bronx lead it by 15. Second free throw by Tomacek coming up here. And that's too strong as well. Davidson with the rebound. Outlet near side Tegan. Pass up the floor. Kinsey had to save it back in play. Davidson the drive. And she's fouled. There was no chance that shot was going up or even going in. But she's going to get the benefit of, they called it on the floor, so it's going to be a 1-and-1. Foul was on Marino. That's her third. And Jarrah at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Jarrah coming into the ball game 5 of 6 on the season for 83%. And that one's off the mark. Alcantar with the rebound for Syracuse. Long cross-court pass. Emily Pena-Montez has it up top to Tomacek. Tomacek drives, step through the defense. Sarah with the rebound. Loose ball, now Sarah comes away with it. Up to Kinsey, now back to Sarah. She crosses the timeline, 1:50 to play. Reversal by Tegan. Oh, nice pass, cross lane. Sammy missed the shot, got the rebound. Kicks it out to Davidson, who missed the shot, top of the key. And Syracuse comes back the other way.
Yeah, Sammy's stomach must not be feeling too good after that landing on the ball.
Alcantar with the three from the left corner. Well, I can imagine that it probably doesn't. Tegan in the paint, off the glass, got it. Marino in the paint, kicks it to the corner. Three off the mark by Tomacek. Kinsey with the rebound. Outlet out front to Sarah. Her foot was down.
Yeah, she had both feet down.
Yeah. Lakin's going to get it called for an over and back, but her feet were down. The near official didn't see it. He didn't call it.
Yeah, it was the other guy.
But it was close, but her feet were down. So it goes back to Syracuse. Reagan back in the lineup for Lakin, and Sophie Vandernap back in as well. And along with Erin Yuri. From the corner, no good. Finley with the rebound, should be fouled on the shot by Kinsey. And Finley will go to the line to shoot two. Third foul on Kinsey Lohman-Fuller. Finley 0 for 2 on the night from the free throw line. And hits the first one there. Finley got them both to go. Leading Syracuse with 8 points. Kinsey with it, gives it up to Aaron. Aaron dribbling right side, hands it off to Davidson. Ball knocked away by Moreno. 17.2 seconds to go. At the conclusion, we'll give you the totals, and then we'll shut the broadcast off and get ready for our second game. Moreno had tied up Davidson, but she stepped on the sideline. And the ball will stay with the Lady Bronx. Reagan Shavira to inbound it at the end of the Lady Bronx bench. Bounce pass to the corner. Emily Pena-Montez knocked it away for Syracuse. Reagan will stay in the same spot and inbounds it again. Lob underneath, and Sophie too far underneath, can't get it to go. Finley with the rebound. She brings it up the near side. Over in the corner, Pena-Montez with the three, hit it at the buzzer. And that'll do it. Lady Bronx will improve to 4-2 on the season with a 38-29 win over the Lady Bulldogs, who fall to 1-6. Look at the totals for Syracuse. Ashlyn Finley leading the way with 8 points. Yaya Moreno following with 6. Kimber Tomachek with 5. Emily Pena-Montez with 3. Alex Householder with 4. Denise Alcantar with 3. From the free throw line, Syracuse just 2 for 11 on the night. For the Lady Bronx, they were led by Brooke Roth in double figures with 10. Jared Davidson with 7. Kinsey Lohman Fuller with 6, along with Tegan Bachman with 6. Sammy Vogel with 4. Reagan Shavira with 3. And Aaron Urey with 2. From the free throw line, Lakin 1 for 1 in the first half, and they were 1 for 5 in the second half, finishing the night 2 of 6 from the stripe as they improved to 4-2 on the year. I want to thank all the great sponsors we have here for Lakin Bronx Sports YouTube. Without their help, we wouldn't be able to be here doing what we love to do, and we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We're going to shut it off, and we'll get set. They got 15 minutes on the board. We'll probably take 7 or 8 minutes. They're cleaning the floor right now. We'll take 7 or 8 minutes to catch our breath, and we'll be back on the air shortly with Bronx basketball. Once again, thanks to Jared, our producer and color analyst tonight. We'll be back in just a few minutes for boys basketball action. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back in a minute.